Dating Violence by Nita Nguyen, Angela Phillips, Daniel Piles, Karen Casey, and Natalia Serrano. According to the New Mexico Coalition Against Violence, in New Mexico alone, 32% of women had been survivors of domestic violence. This doesn't account for the many unreported cases or the ones that resulted in death. As domestic violence is a problem for people of all ages nationally, it is important to be informed about dating violence. But, with knowledge on domestic violence, one is better able to understand how people end up in an abusive relationship, how to recognize that someone is in one, and how to help the victim. To start, dating violence, also referred to as domestic and interpartner violence, is defined as aggressive and/or violent behavior that can result in emotional and/or physical abuse. The emotional abuse can range from intimidating one's partner to manipulative words. The physical abuse can range from battery, rape, and even homicide. 72% of murder-suicide cases involve an intimate partner. Rape can occur within a relationship when a partner feels pressured or forced by their partner into sexual activity without their actual consent. A question that often comes up is who is most likely to fall victim to domestic violence. According to the foundation Love is Respect, of reported cases, men and women between the ages of 16 and 24 are most likely to be a part of dating violence.
Comparing the interpartner violence statistics of the United States to the statistics of New Mexico helps us to understand what an impact socioeconomic status, community, and environment has on the likelihood of interpartner violence. A national study involving 3,533 students, 17% of girls and 9% of boys reported that they were in a relationship with physical abuse. If students are of lower socioeconomic status, they're more likely to report these incidences, and in New Mexico, this is even more common. Now that we've learned more about domestic violence and how to identify the different warning signs, we can now look at the different resources and prevention strategies to avoid more cases of interpartner violence. The very first step is to talk to someone you trust. This can be a close friend, a family member, a school counselor, or a dating violence hotline. Many times, victims are afraid to speak out about their situation because they are unsure of what will happen to them if they do. For individuals living in the state of New Mexico, Safe House offers shelter to those who are survivors and victims of a violent relationship. Once an individual has found themselves in a safe place, they have the option to receive counseling. One way to receive counseling is to get in contact with the Domestic Violence Resource Center, or the DVRC of New Mexico, which provides various counseling services for adults and children affected by a violent partner relationship.
Created using Powtoon.